James Keaton here with PJKNotary. So just wanted to hop on here real quick to take you guys along with me today. I have a signing today after work at 6:30, but just wanted to show kind of a little bit of my prep and what I do ahead of time before I go to work. The nice thing is with the signing today is that I got the documents yesterday, and that's always nice because then I'm able to just print things out after work and I don't have to worry about trying to do it over my lunch hour or do it on a break or something like that. So it was really nice. I got them yesterday. I was able to print them out last night, and I typically try to fill out a little bit of my certificate. So I do not sign it, I do not stamp it, but I do put, you know, like my expiration date on there. If it asks what my title is, I go ahead and fill in Notary Public. So you can fill in certain things, but I don't sign it and I don't stamp it or anything like that. But I do just prep a little bit, just some save a little bit of time when I'm at the table. So I'm gonna just walk on over here to kind of office area. Excuse the mess, but this is my printer. I do have the dual tray Brother printer. I do have a Epson scanner. I have the, I think it's the 300W scanner. So I'm sure there's better ones out there, but again, when I first started, I was trying to save a little bit of costs, and so that is the scanner I got. Yes, it is, and I just see it is the ES300W. Works fine. It's able to scan about 20 pages at a time, so it's not bad. I'm sure there's better ones out there, but it's not too bad. I do have scan backs that I do have to do, so I'll actually be using that. And then here are kind of the documents. This pile here is the documents that I'm actually going to be having the signer sign, so I'll put those in an envelope. I just still had them out because I was just filling in some of my info. This is going to be the borrower's copy, so I just put it in a manila legal sized envelope. And then of course the FedEx package there that I already just have ready to go. So I am to go later on. So I'm getting ready now to go to work. So I'll be working all day, and then like I said, my signing is at 6:30 this evening. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys later on. Hey everyone, I am back. I am driving now to my signing. My appointment again is at 6:30, and yeah, I'm just on my way there now. It's not terribly far away. It's about 25 minutes away, so not terrible. The package was great. It was about 95 pages for a refinance, which is amazing. Typically, you know, the typical package is 150 plus pages for refinances, so I was pretty happy about that it was only 95 pages, maybe 4 to 5 notarizations, so it should go pretty quick. So yeah, I'm excited about that. One thing I want to talk about too, it's been a fairly, it's really slowed down for me. I know some individuals, you know, may have not had a slowdown, but I think overall there has been a slowdown a little bit. I haven't had very many signings this month. Mainly one, I have to be choosy anyway, just because I can only right now take signings either early morning or in the evenings or on weekends. So it's been pretty few and far between here in February that that I've had signings. So so yeah, I'm actually excited to be doing this signing today. What I have been doing though to that has actually really supplemented is field inspections. So you may or may not, some of you may or may not have heard of field inspections, but a lot of notaries actually are also field inspectors. And I had heard about it and known about it for a long time, but I was pretty busy. Loan signings and general notary work was keeping me fairly busy, that I didn't really pursue it. But in January, or shortly, maybe late December, January, I did have someone reach out to me and ask if I were interested in doing inspections for their company. And so I decided to, you know what, I'm gonna like give it a try. I'll go ahead, since they reached out to me, I'll go ahead and, you know, set up everything. And so I did that. And so actually I've been really busy doing inspections, and so I can definitely share my experience with you, the company I work for, and I know there's different types of inspections. I've mainly been doing interior inspections. There's also exterior inspections. There's residential, commercial properties. So I've mainly been doing interior residential inspections. Typically interior pays a little bit more than exterior because you're doing both. I have to take exterior photos as well as going inside of the home and taking interior photos as well, and I have to provide a sketch of the house. So yeah, that's actually been the majority. In January and February, I would say the majority of what I've been doing have been field inspections. I have, you know, had loan signings sprinkled in here and there. Definitely not as busy as I was last year. But, you know, just industry generally is a little bit slower during this time. It's the winter months. If you live in a place like I do in Nebraska, it's cold, it's snowy, and the home buying, you know, there are people out there that are still doing real estate transactions, but it really doesn't start to pick up around here until the spring, you know. So I think things will start to pick up even more, you know, just as we get closer to spring. But yeah, so it's been really great in the you know, kind of supplement doing field inspections. So that's definitely, if you're looking for ways to supplement your notary business, I would definitely recommend looking into field inspections. And there's so many different companies out there that you can look into. There's a website also that's called Sophie, where a lot of times they find you by registering with Sophie. So yeah, I've really enjoyed that. So yeah, other than that, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but with this order, I do have scan backs. So when I get home, I'll essentially need to scan back all the documents and upload them to the portal, and then I won't be shipping until tomorrow. So yeah, so hopefully all goes well with the signing this evening. I'll check back in with you guys when it's done. I'm hoping that, yeah, it will go about 30-45 minutes, but we'll see. So yeah, I'll check back in with you guys once I'm almost at the house. It's just right up the street here, and so I'll check back in with you guys once I'm done. Hey you guys, I am back. Take this off. So I do still wear a mask to every single appointment. Some companies actually, they will require you to wear masks. Not every company does have a policy, but just personal preference for me, I still will wear a mask to every appointment. Sometimes you're going to have customers that say, hey, you don't have to wear a mask, you know, that's totally fine. And then in that case, you know, I might take it off. But I do still wear my mask to every appointment, but to each his own when it comes to that. But I just had the weirdest thing happen to me that has actually never happened before, and I'm kind of mad at myself for not catching it. And we'll see what comes of it. So the situation I just ran into was, there was about 5 documents towards the end of the package that had the wrong name. And I I still, every package that I get, I go through the documents every time. I never get a package printed out and I'm out the door and I haven't even looked at the documents. I have never done that before. I always look at the documents, one, because every title company is a little bit different, title lender different, they have different documents, they might look a little bit different, so I just want to make sure that you know, there's nothing funky in there or something like that, and that all my pages printed. So I always double check the documents. And then I also do, like I spoke about, I do prep the parts of the notary certificate sections. You know, I'm going to add in my expiration date, the county, the state, just kind of add in some of those pieces. I don't sign it or stamp it, but I do add in some of those pieces that we are able to do ahead of time. So with this package, I did that. And one thing I think that threw me off was I had this exact same title company and lender just a couple days ago. I had a signing with them, and so the loan package was pretty much exactly the same. But I did still go through the documents, but those last 5 documents in this particular package, they weren't anything that they need to notarize. It was some of those like privacy policy, email verification type documents. So things that I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that is. I know what that is. It's just email. They just have to fill out the, you know, things that and again, I just saw these documents a couple days ago, so I didn't even think to look down at the bottom at the names. It didn't even cross my mind to do that. I'm looking at the documents, everything print, cool. So didn't even know, because everything else was fine. All the, you know, everything else was with these last 5 documents. And so I'm so mad at myself for that too. And you know, everyone has their own opinion when it comes to whose fault it is. You know, some might say, you know what, they might want to ask for a fee if you have to go back out for that, because it was their fault that they put the wrong documents in. But me, I'm going to take responsibility for not catching it sooner, not catching it ahead of time, to where I potentially could have gotten them to send me the correct, the rest of the correct documents. So what I did, I tried to call, and that's one thing too, make sure you have numbers to call. But in my case, I had all the numbers to call and nobody was answering. Nobody answered. So I did leave a message, but what we ended up doing, and I don't know if, like I said, I've never come across this before, so I have no idea if it's going to be acceptable or not. But what we did was we just crossed out the individual, the not correct name on the signature block. We crossed that out. I had them print their name, initial it, and then they could do their signature. And then like I said, luckily it wasn't on any of the kind of the recording documents, like the deed or something like that, because those, you might not be able to get away with doing that, and you might not even want to. But some of these other documents, the documents that they were, I'm hoping that they'll accept that. But again, I don't know, and I at least was like, well, you know what, we can give it a go. Maybe they'll accept it, great. If not, then, you know, I'll have to come back out and we'll probably have to re-sign that stack of documents just on a clean set. So I'm going to give the title company, I do have to do scan backs. So I am going to scan it all back. I'm going to leave a note, just here's what happened. I tried to contact, here's what we did. I'm not going to ship the documents first thing in the morning, because I kind of want to hear back from them first before I ship the documents. I'm going to give them a call first thing in the morning as well, to say, hey, here's what happened, here's what we did, is that acceptable, how do you want me to proceed? And so I will be willing to just go back out if they have to be re-signed, because again, you know, I'm going to take responsibility for not catching it, you know, ahead of time. Yes, you know, it's on them too to send the right documents, but you know what, it's on me too to double check the documents, double checked, yeah, that you have the correct documents and what you need, and that nothing is missing. That's just part of our duty as well, to kind of be that another set of eye to catch some of those things. So I'll take it, you know, could go back out. They were really nice. Luckily, they were really, really nice and really understanding. And even though they had to do a couple extra steps by crossing out the other name, printing their name. And initially, you know, they did have to do that. They were just so accommodating with it. And, you know, I also said, hey, we're available tomorrow in the evening as well if we do have to re-sign. So that's always great when you have customers that are kind of understanding when things don't always go perfectly and go right, because it is, you know, it can be an inconvenience, and I totally get that. It totally is a bit of an inconvenience for them to have to do what they did, and if they still have to re-sign, you know, but they were very gracious about it, so that was a good thing at least. But other than that kind of snafu, everything else went great. I probably would have been out of there in 35 minutes. I still was out of there in about 45, and that was with me, you know, trying to call every number that I had and having them do those extra steps. It took a little bit longer, about 45 minutes, but again, I'll take it. I'll take a 45-minute, you know, signing appointment. So anyways, I know it's dark. I forget that it gets so dark so fast, so it's dark, and so I don't even know if you guys can really see me all that well, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed coming along with me, maybe I'll give an update of kind of what happened. Actually, I will do that. Not even maybe. I will do that. I will update you guys on what I hear back from the signing appointment and about what we're going to do with the documents. All right. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I am back. I just wanted to hop on here real quick to give you guys an update from my signing that I had yesterday, as I said I would. So I did end up talking to the title company and let them know what I did do, you know, kind of what happened and what we did, how we crossed it out, initialed, and all that good stuff. And yeah, they were actually like, yes, thank you. That's exactly what we would have told you to do. I scanned the documents over. They approved them to ship. So I actually don't have to go back out. They are accepting it by doing that. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to give the borrowers a call as well, just to let them know that all is good and I don't have to come back out there and have them re-sign anything. So I'm excited about that. So yeah. I'm also, one thing they said in the email, which was kind of cool, because of course not all title companies are necessarily that you work with, especially through signing services. They could be title companies anywhere, but this particular one is actually in Omaha. And so they were like, oh, you know, you can either ship the docs back via FedEx, or you could stop by our office and drop the docs off too. So I think I'm actually going to do that as just a way to, you know, build that relationship with that title company, going in person to drop the docs off. And hey, you never know what might come of that by dropping them off in person. So I think I might do that if I get a chance on my lunch break or something like that, to actually drive to the title office. So anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Leave them down in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right, bye everybody.